This is one of the runner-up Voyager designs. Several ships failed to meet up to the expectations of a hero ship. This feels like the next step of whatever the Oberth mission is supposed to be. The concept art was made by Jim Martin, who also designed the Defiant. This is the front angle view. I added phasers to the sides. It's very likely that the bridge is somewhere inside the top bulbish area. Here's the rear view. I took an educated guess where the engines and the shuttle bay would be. The side of the ship is the best angle. I wish the nacelles were used in future designs. I want to say the bridge is behind the deflector. The engines don't look as cool as some of the other engine housings in the TNG era, so I might revisit it and clean it up a little. The rear phasers is right above the engine. I just added 2 random goldish parts to make it look like sensors, so it could scan from the rear. Since it's a science vessel, the lower part that looks almost like a walnut, I'm calling it a mission pod. I think it'd be cool to have a swappable mission pod that's right in the middle of the ship. The nacelles look unique, and I will be doing some kit bashing in the future where I'll be using that nacelle. The saucer section, I put a huge gem there, but the plans didn't call for them. I think I just thought they would look cool. Or it might be something that comes on and off, and that's where the actual mission pod's supposed to go. Something I might consider doing my kit bashing. Since the image was in black and white, I took some liberties. I think I went too crazy with the gems, so I might pull them back a little if I revisit this Voyager. I'm just calling the walnut part of mission pod. I just think it would be unique to have one there. And same thing with this. The mission pod is about 2/3 of the saucer. I did not see anything that looks like a captain yacht, so that might be it. A big walnut. There's dark areas. I would say there might be loading bays for larger equipment, because I could picture a science vessel being modified for missions very often. So maybe they put modules, like special equipment, like maybe like something for aquatic guests or something, like a lot of water containers, like a little pool. I just placed sensors where I thought they would look cool. The port strut has the registry underneath. The strut holds the secondary hull / shuttle bay / pontoon. On the other strut, I put the name 2 for symmetrical reasons, because other ships and models I have made, they always have the name and the registry on each side. Maybe not all the ships, but all the models I built so far. So I decided to add it to the model. The nacelle is connected through a strut connected to the main strut, which is what I'm calling the part that goes from the main saucer to the pontoon, which sort of makes it, I think, will make it easier to make kit bashes with that nacelle. I saw something that looked like an axis panel on the nacelle. I made those parts dark to give some depth to the nacelle. The overall shape makes it pretty cool and unique. There's a nacelle that looks pretty good in the TNG era, and the nacelle looks like something from its time, since it reminds me of the 90s headlights from cars of that time too, from the early 90s to early 2000s, probably about 2010s. I think it was usually that weird smooth round shape. If you like headlights, it was a good time to be alive, I guess. The front phaser array on the design, I believe that's what it calls for, a phaser strip. Replacing the phaser solo, it sort of reminds me of the TOS model where the phaser comes from the bottom instead near the top of the bridge, near the top of the saucer. It doesn't need a lot of firepower. It's supposed to work in the team. If it were ever go to a dangerous area, it would most likely get an escort. The nacelle has a smooth looking design. The front phaser array, just like the Oberth and the Cerritos, I believe the secondary hull is also only accessible through elevators, Jeffries tubes, so you could crawl through one of the Jeffries tubes to get to it, or slide down like the show space cases. This is another gem I added to the ship, but this was sort of justified. This is where the lower sensors on most ships are. The windows are a little big, however, If it's an exploration vessel, it makes sense that you would have like people looking out through the window often. You could use the sensors, but if you have guests, maybe it's like designed on purpose. So you tell someone, hey, I want to check out your star, but you can come aboard and look through our windows. It might be like for the non-scientific guest, so they can look through it and be amazed. For the people who don't know what the numbers are. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm still not sure about the scale, so I just added big windows because I thought they would look cool. I feel that makes the ship look small, so I might have to revisit that. If I have the chance, I'll probably shrink the windows and increase the window count to make the ship look a little bigger, because the way I have it now, it looks kind of small. The secondary hull is about the length of the saucer section. You could probably fit a lot of shuttles, since the Voyager crew will be traveling for 70 years. Maybe you need like an infinite amount of shuttles, sort of to help make sense of the fact that they lose shuttles, to add some stakes. Like maybe you have a bunch of shuttles, but they keep just disappearing mission after mission, but you're like, okay, we still have like 40 or something. I don't know. The secondary hull has a large window for those sad moments when the crew is all depressed and the camera zooms out, and that big window is like the perfect location for like 8 crew members to just look outside and they're like, maybe next time or something. If I revisit the ship, that window is probably going to become torpedo tubes though, since I didn't add any torpedoes. And this is the lower part of the front secondary hull. It holds another gem. The pontoon, maybe I'll add more shuttle doors at a later time. Also, I put a special guest, the Sequoia. Find me on Instagram, ArtStation, and Pinterest. If you want to check some of my models, check me out on any of my social medias. In celebration of 55 years of Star Trek, I'm making 55 starships, and this is ship 6 out of 55. If you have a ship you think I should model, let me know, I might make it. Leave it in the comments below, or send me an image on Twitter, or tag me on Instagram. This is the next ship I will be making. Thank you for your time. Bye.